Hello, Kipsters. After video 1, you guys were being a little shady about my hair, which is why I have a hat on, so hopefully that can protect me from any further embarrassment. We shall see. Please remember that we're trying to work our butts off every single day. Sorry for the distraction, just got pencils delivered. Yeah! Anyway, remember, we're trying to make sure that we can get as close to it as 100% as possible. We have 25 questions on that big interim assessment. Each question is worth 4 points. 25 out of 25 gets us a 100, which gets us an awesome prize. There will be surprises. Our big goals are 70% or higher. I know every Kipster with hard work can get to that big goal. We can really impress Mr. Lee and the rest of Kip One Academy by doing some fantastic things. All right, so we are going to dive into video number 4, which is subtracting decimals. Okay, let's check this out. First things first, we want to read the problem to make sure we understand. The tallest building in Kansas City is 134.2 or 134 2/10 of a meter. The tallest building in Houston is 225 meters. That's why I'm repping my Houston hat. How much taller is the building in Houston? So, first thing I want to do is box my important numbers. I have 134.2 meters. That's Kansas City. And I have 225 meters. That's in Houston. I'm going to follow my steps over here. Before I do that, though, I want to underline the question, how much taller is the building in Houston? All right, so let's look at our steps over here. First of all, it says put the larger number on top of the smaller number. We do not determine larger numbers by number of digits, and not just like, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, this number is bigger than that. No, we determine it based on its place value. This 2/10 is actually really small. So this number is really like 100. In the 100s place, there's just a 1. Here there's a 200. So this number is bigger. This is the number that we should put on top when we do our subtracting. Further, this question actually helps us out. It literally says how much taller is the building in Houston. This is telling us that Houston is the bigger number. So I'm going to write 225, and I'm going to subtract 134 decimal. Oh, not this again, no. Okay, not that again. Okay, there we go. 134.2. Okay, now I want to use my decimal battleship to make sure I do my place values correct. So I'm going to put a decimal right here, a decimal right here, and then use my battleship to make sure those are all lined up. That's a funky little battleship, looks like a creepy worm, but remember I'm drawing this with my mouse. It's not as easy as with you with your pencils. Now I want to use 0 to hero to fill in any missing numbers. This 2 is being taken away from nothing, so I want to make sure I fill in a 0 up here in my tens place, because 225 is the same thing as 225 and no tens. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to regroup carefully and do my subtraction. So I'm going to pick a different color, and here we go. 0 minus 2, it is not 2. I've seen Kipsters say that. If I literally have nothing in my hands, like nothing in my hands, you cannot take 2 away. Don't do that, children. So this 2 is like, yo, give me all money. And this poor little 0 is like, I have nothing. So he goes to his friend the 5, and the 5 says, hey, I'll give you some. So the 5 changes to a 4, and he changes the 0 to a 10, because in one whole there are 10 tenths. Now this number is larger, so I can't subtract. I can't take 2 away from 10, and the difference there is 8. We come on over to our ones place. 4 minus 4 is going to be 0. We know we have our decimal number line. Oh, shoot, I did that again. No, creepy, creepy. Zoom out. Don't mind me and my craziness. Okay, we're going to put a decimal right there. So 4 minus 4 is just 0. 2 minus 3, again, if someone's like, yo, give me all your money, I need $3, and you only have 2, you can't actually help them. So this 3 is kind of like a bully. He's picking on this poor little 2. The 2 says, hey, big 2 next to me, help me out. So we're going to change that 2 to a 1, and this 2 to a 12. Because in 100, there are 10 tens, so we can give that 10 to him and add it to the 2 tens that were already there. Now it's 12 take away 3, which is going to be 9. If I need to, I can start at 3 and count up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can see that's 9 fingers, so that's why it's 90.8. So that means that the building in Houston is 90 8/10 of a meter taller than the building in Kansas City. I always want to get my 100, so I'm going to check my answer very carefully. So I'm going to take 90.8. That is my difference. Difference is the answer to a subtraction problem, so I'm going to take 90.8 and I'm going to add back what I subtracted. Remember, this was our rainbow. I didn't have room underneath, so you can either do it as a rainbow or just do it like this. I'm going to add this back up, and I'm trying to get to this number right here. So let's see if we can get back to our total of 225. 8 and 2 is 0. Regroup the 1. 1, 0, and 4 is 5. 9 and 3 is 12. Regroup the 1. I get to 225. So we get this and this. Yay! I can make a beautiful, beautiful rainbow. Wahoo! The most beautiful, beautiful rainbow ever, because I'm so proud of myself that I got a perfect 100. Can also draw my little 100, make him really cool. Give him a hat because he doesn't want anyone to see his hair, just like me, because you guys are so savage. And there you go. Take your time with this video, Kipsters, and do an amazing job. Gracias!